Good evening, guys. Good evening, Gobby. Good evening, Vince, if you're still there. Happy to see you again, Vince. Been a long time. I guess are you up to speed? Because a lot of water has gone under a lot of bridges here at Burnley. And if you remember last time, guys, we did have that awful ending to the episode where we lost all three games in a crash. But we've put that right. And I allowed my assistant manager to play the games again because I didn't feel it was right for me to get involved. But he's actually a better manager than me because he won all three games. He beat Crystal Palace by 1-0, and then he beat Fulham 3-2, and then he beat Bournemouth 5-0, where I really struggled against Bournemouth. He's obviously a much better manager than me. But I made a reference to what was actually going on here. And when we only got 4 points from those three games. And I actually made reference to the fact that I wasn't really worried because what was going to happen, as has been happening, is that when we got here, we were going to get tons of points in these games, which we weren't expecting. Now I think that these results have reversed that, and I think when we come into this area of the schedule, we're not going to be getting any points now. So we have to make the most of these, the next four games, really, and see what we can, especially these three Premier League games. We've got to make the most of Aston Villa, Watford and Brentford. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm half thinking I should just let my assistant manager and he take over. He's obviously a better manager than I am. He just eased past those three games where I had enormous difficulty getting past them. But hey ho, don't tell the board he's a better manager. We don't want them finding that out. Brentford in the cup. We got a cup match coming up. Brentford in this cup match. Brentford a team we should be beating, and I keep saying that, should be beating. But they are a good team, and I don't like this this narrow, more direct style. I've never been able to defend really well. I think the best way to defend against this is actually to drop the line and then to step up more, to try and stop their midfield from getting these direct balls over the top, but just in case they do, to drop the line down a little bit. Yeah, I'm thinking that, Gobby, just to let the assistant manager do it, and I'll go and sit in the stands and just take my salary. I don't know how he did that, but I didn't watch him doing it. Maybe I should have watched him doing it. But can you do that in Football Manager? Can you watch the assistant manager and what he does? I don't know. It'd be quite interesting. For beginners, that might actually be an interesting thing to have in the game. That if you could watch the assistant manager and watch how he plays a game, then you could see exactly what changes he makes. That would be a very good idea for beginners of the game. But he obviously did a much better job than I did, which is fine because it has put us now in 7th place. And we've got 8 games to go to halfway, and I think that if we can get safe at Christmas, get up to around about 30 points by Christmas, I'll be very happy. That will mean we're pretty much safe. I can't remember where we're predicted to finish this season. Where do I find that? I always tend to lose that. Season preview. We are predicted to finish in 15th. So, yeah, finishing safe, or getting safe by Christmas, I'll be very happy. And I think we'll go back to the shapeshifter then and expect nothing from the game and just see if we can develop the shapeshifter. Let's get safe first. This is such an interesting tactic, this 4-1-2-2-1. It just, like, even here at Burnley, where this team really have never taken to any tactic at all. The 4-1-2-2-1 is the one that gets teams out of trouble. And in every save that I've used this, it just is the unstoppable tactic, this one. I just love it. And I think when you start a save, it's the go-to tactic. And, hopefully things will go very, very well. I'm just having a look if there's anybody in. There's only me and Gobby in at the moment. So we'll just press on and hope that others turn up, and hope that we get a decent audience going. And we'll just go and play this game against Brentford while we are waiting for them to turn up. Kirkin is tired. I don't want to play him. Luke McNally, I would rather play Nathan Phillips. Oh, you're there, Vince. Yeah, it's often when I click on participants here, it doesn't actually show who's here. It's just kind of weird. YouTube possibly needs to sharpen up what it's doing. He does always want me to play cautious, which then would be a good idea to drop deeper, but I'm not going to do that. I am going to let him do the match instructions, though, to a degree, because there are players in this Brentford team that I need to look after. The two fullbacks, for example. And I don't like this. Who does he think my team is? Going hammering into people. They're not a weak team by any stretch of the imagination. And we are not an overly strong team. And he's quite pacey, so I don't really want to do anything with him. I want to check who is playing as my left back. I've got Jamal Lewis playing at left back. His pace, he is quite pacey. He should be able to close him down, but he lacks the aggression for closing down. So I don't think I want to do anything with that fullback in particular. So we'll just leave him alone. And Rico Henry, very pacey, which is why I don't like this direct style. They are pacey, the ball's over the top, and I tend to try and stop the balls coming over the top. We need to put him onto his right foot. We'll put him onto his right foot. Try and put him to sleep. I don't need to hard tackle him. What I'm noticing is that they are very tired, but my record against tired teams is not very good. Norgard, of course, is going to be a good player, and not pacey though, but he has a good pass on him, and he's quite creative from DM there. So I think we'll probably type mark him. Again, we don't need to hard tackle him. I don't know what this guy is drinking, but it's we'll just type mark him. And then Yarmiluk. Again, he's a good, decent passer of the ball. He's not brilliant, but we can hard tackle him. And he doesn't have the greatest of pace, so I think we'll just close him down and we'll hard tackle him. I'm not quite sure about his feet. Yeah, he's got two strong feet. So we will just close him down and hard tackle him. De Silva, again, he's not the greatest of passers of the ball. He looks to me like he's a box-to-box type of player. I think we could probably... It's a difficult one, this one. What I might like to do, he's got a good long shot on him. I'm going to type mark him and turn him onto his right foot. It looks like a box-to-box. Sorry, I'm going to type mark him. No, I wanted to close him down, didn't I? Close him down and turn him onto his right foot. His right foot's a bit dodgy. And then I will actually type mark this geezer instead. And Canos doesn't have any pace. We need to close him down, left foot. I'm not going to hard tackle him. I don't really know why he keeps insisting we do that. But we'll just put him on his left foot, which hopefully make him a little bit uncomfortable. Damsgaard is very, very fast, isn't he? He's got a lot of pace. So we'll just ease off him. We're not going to do anything in particular with him. We're going to just leave him alone. And Ivan Toney the same, I think. He's got good pace. Probably turn Ivan Toney onto his left foot. He wants to tight mark him with his off the ball. Oh, his off the ball isn't that brilliant. We could tight mark him, I suppose. But I worry about his pace and his dribbling. So we'll just turn him onto his left foot for now. And if we need to tight mark him, we'll do it later. So he is probably... Ivan Toney is somebody who scores against me all the time. So he probably will score against me today. I've got a lot of tired players. And I've also got a lot of fitness issues. Playing like a whole team of Pepe. It's just like... I think my assistant manager thinks I've got a team of destroyers out there like Norman Bites Your Legs and Chopper Harris. I haven't. So I've had to rest a few players in terms of team selection. The man in form is Amadozic at the moment, but Leonardo needs to get his act together a little bit. He needs to score some goals now. Musa is out. He's injured. He's going to be out for another 4 weeks. Devlin is suspended. But apart from that, we're pretty well set up, and we just have to go into this game and see what happens. And in the cup competitions, the game tends to be fairly lenient with you. And so he does want me to always tight mark Tony. I'm not going to go for it. And yeah, I want you, assistant manager, to pick up where you left off last time. A 5-0 thumping of Bournemouth. Come and do it again. Hello, rather, mate. How you doing? Therese Campbell? No, I think I sold him, didn't I? I'm pretty sure. Or did he go out on loan? Therese Campbell, I'm pretty sure he's gone. He's not in the reserves anymore. I think he went out on loan. Brentford have been far the better team at the moment, which is a bit worrying. But we do have the ball. And as long as we're not conceding, I'll be quite happy. Because that's the danger with this kind of team, that they will break as fast as possible. We need to have defenders back in numbers. But that was not what I was thinking about. That was definitely not what I was thinking about. But again, this is just the game addressing itself. My assistant manager has won the last 3 games. The game didn't like it, and now it's addressing itself. This is this direct play and they're carrying the ball. So maybe what I've got to do is we have come down on that. I'm going to push forward regardless now. And maybe come off the counter press, because I've never liked this direct counter attack, narrow direct counter attack. It's very hard to defend, and they are giving us a hiding at the moment, which is not very good. They're also playing very wide, and yeah, they will use their fullbacks. I wonder if I need to play wider or focus down the middle. But at the moment, they're just giving us a hammering, and they're in again. Here it is. I don't know what Phillips was doing there. We look all over the place now. I wonder, is it time to change? Is it time to change the system and well, we are getting hammered. It's definitely time to change the system. I've got to do something. This is absolutely dreadful. But it is. The game is now addressing the fact that my assistant manager went and won those 3 games. And this is something that I don't like about the game. It wasn't my fault. You crashed the game. And then I wasn't going to play them myself. I just wanted to rush through it. So it's your own fault. So don't take it out on me. So what I'm going to do, I think, is we'll go to the Brazilian the Brazilian style now. We'll have to mix it up. I have to do something different. And we'll try that and see what happens. We're 2-0 down. As you can see, we are being thumped by a Brentford team who are nowhere near as good as us. But this is Football Manager. And I kind of like expected this, which is why I'm not getting upset. I knew it was going to happen. So we have to try and match the game, and the way to do it is to change something. We've changed something, and we've scored. So the game is a little easy to read sometimes, and hopefully we'll now keep attacking. We'll come back into the game and win it, because we've had the foresight to see it wasn't working and change something. So the game's not over yet. It's 2-1. Larsson's done well there, and we just need to see this out. I mean, looks like we've become a better team because we've changed our shape. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. And but it does look like we've become the better team, and we are passing it around now like we've been. Oh, that was so unlucky. But we do look like we are a different team now, and this is a good stat because we're getting shots on target as well. If that had not hit the bar, it would be 3-on-3. So we're not out of this game yet. We just need some of these boys now to start playing. I want to shout at them, but I'm not going to at this stage. We'll let it go to half-time. We've come back into the game a lot since we changed the system. But Brentford have given us a spanking in the first half. They absolutely have, and I have to tell them it isn't good enough. You've been terrible. Go out and address this. Leonardo, I don't know why he won't play for Burnley. He plays brilliantly for Gobby's teams, but I can't get him to play for me. And these guys are just not playing well enough. And I'm really quite angry at the way they've played. And they need to get out there and put it right. And so let's see what happens in the second half. Brentford, as we know, were much tireder than we were going into this game. It doesn't seem to matter. You can put exhausted players out on the pitch and it doesn't matter one iota in terms of affecting the result, affecting player performance. It's one of the things that I will put in my wish list. If a player is exhausted, it needs to be reflected in his performance. And I've seen exhausted players dribbling 80 yards before scoring goals. That doesn't happen. And we are in space. Is Leonardo going to make it? Yes, he is. It's 2-2. And it is such a silly game, this, sometimes, isn't it? You just change. Oh, is he offside? You change something and you'll come back into the game. And as long as we don't let Brentford score again now, then we will be fine. And Leonardo responded to the half-time team talk. I was not very impressed with him. And we've done it. We've come back into this game. And he was way onside. Don't even know why they're checking it. What do you guys think of VAR in FM23? Because sometimes it annoys me so much. Like VAR is almost checking every goal. It's yes, I believe it is, Vince. I believe it is. Do you guys think that the VAR is a little bit over the top, or do you think it's about right? Ryan Brewster. He can be hard tackled, left foot and closed down. Hard tackled, left foot and closed down. Ajer is a good player, but he's not pacey, so we can close him down and put him on his left foot. And then we need to make some substitutions here. Leonardo's playing better now. Gregera, he was not fully fit before the game, so we'll bring on Maswega. I think he's probably Maswega's better playing there. Oi. Danilo and Masuega. I don't know what's happened there now. Shall I play Masuega as a centre mid on support? And let's just play Danilo. We'll play Danilo as an anchor. Just secure up the back a little bit. And any of my central defenders not playing very well. Gabia's not playing well. We'll bring on Amadozic. Danilo's not having his best game ever, but we've changed his role now, so maybe he'll improve. Aspria's very tired. So we'll bring on Bellegarde. Swap those over. Leonardo can keep himself going. Actually, might be an idea to change the fullbacks because they are very focused down the wings. So we need fresh legs on at fullback. I mean, we should be winning this game without a shadow of a doubt. But I got a funny feeling that it is going to go to penalties, which will be... Yeah, I mean, Gobby, like VAR for me is like way overboard. There's absolutely no need for it. I don't think that in real life VAR actually looks at almost every goal, does it? Although in FM there are a lot of goals which are through balls or balls over the top. So they will be, if you've got an advance forward, he's going to be on the shoulder all the time. So there will be a lot of goals where the advance forward like that. Oh, Leonardo just is on the shoulder and goes past his man. That's an FM thing, not a football thing, because FM is only a representation of the game. It's not actually showing you what's actually happening. I hope we don't have to go to penalties, just really because penalties are a pain. And I'm really not bothered whether we win in the cup or not. The EFL Cup is a pain unless you are the top team. And these shots are just winding me up now. We're going to try and not be wound up by the Carabao Cup. It's going to penalties, is it? Kirkin is a good penalty taker. I wouldn't mind him going first. Then we'll go with Lee and Masuega. Now I'm going to look for composure. Leonardo, you've got to back your forward. So I might actually put Leonardo up there. Always got to back your forwards. Composure. Amadozic, we're down to Amadozic. Bellegarde is quite composed. It's interesting, Kirkin, he's only got 10, but he is a good penalty taker. And I'm not quite sure why. Then who have we got? Larson. I'm looking now for just composure. Amadozic. Nathan Phillips. Danilo. Let's put Danilo above Nathan Phillips. And then full-backs then. Connor Roberts. And Muric. I need my Norwich goalkeeper here, who is my best penalty taker in the Norwich save. And we haven't practiced penalties, so I don't want to say that. I forgot it was a cup game and we should have practiced penalties. Andrew, how you doing, mate? we are in the evening, Blob. Good to see you. And Kirkin has scored. He's only got penalties of 10, but Kirkin has never missed a penalty. He's a good penalty taker. And yeah, been a little while, Blob. Where you been, mate? And Ivan Tony makes it look very easy. Just one of the things that they should have. They should have the penalty counter up here. I don't know where that's gone. Where has the penalty counter gone? Leonardo, I'm worried about, but he has scored. He missed several chances to actually win this game, and he did score though. Come on, Muric, do your stuff. Do your stuff. Yes, Muric has done it. We've broken their penalty takers. Maswega, he is a composed young fella. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Only just, though. Only just. So now I think we are 3-2 ahead. You see, they should have a score up here. Save! No, it's now 3-3. Is it 3-3? Is it 3-3 or 3-2? And Lee has not had a very good game. And he's missed it. And yeah, he hasn't had... Oh, did you copy the adverts? Oh, your summertime stuff, Blob, I guess, yeah. And now we are all square. I've absolutely no idea what the score is now. Why can't FM put a counter up here? Does anybody know what the score is? Bellegarde. I'm guessing that whoever misses now. But I can't remember who went first. Who actually had the first penalty? We did, didn't we? We had the first penalty, and so... I guess whoever misses now, if Brentford miss now, we'll win. And if we miss, Brentford need to score. I have no idea now. Adjer, fullback, who's just come on. Easy. Yeah, I actually don't know. I think it's all square now. And we're in sudden death. Larson's done well. But he is, like, after this, I've got my centre-backs, haven't I? Which doesn't thrill me. I'm just hoping that their centre-backs will be coming up soon. Oh, come on, guys. These penalty shootouts drive me nuts. I don't mind if you want us to lose in this EFL Cup. We're not going to win it anyway. Let's get on with it. Yeah, it's still all square. Yeah, it is going to be our centre-backs now. That's what we're into. Captain Amadoza. He made it look as easy as Ivan Toney. So, come on. Save it this time, Muric. Come on, let's pull one out of the bag here. So, yeah, if they had a scorecard here, I'd know what's going on. Now I have absolutely no idea. I think if Muric saves this or he misses... But they've got some good players coming up to take penalties now. And he scored that with ease. I think I've got Danilo. Oh, Danilo is a good player, but he's not a penalty taker. So I would expect him to miss. If someone's going to miss, he'll miss it. Yeah. Oh, he has gone in. He hit it straight at the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper couldn't hold it. I suppose we could be here until next Thursday. Somebody's got to miss. Come on. Sorensen will miss. This is the one. I just know it. Sorensen's rubbish. He's absolutely rubbish. Come on, Muric. Do your stuff. And he saved it. I knew Sorensen was rubbish. And we've done it. But, whoa, boy, oh boy, oh boy. We were not the better team on the day. Stats. The stats show that we were dreadful. I'm telling you, that was a bit of a let-off, boys. Was a let-off. And took a change of tactic. But, I mean, if they're... For any beginners who happen to be watching this back, and I know a lot of people watch this back, um, in video form. So if you are a beginner and you're watching this back, then if you are 2-0 down, what the game is telling you is something is not working. Just change it. And I didn't have a clue what to change, but just change something. And we changed something and suddenly we were 2-2 again. So yeah, don't panic if you're 2-0 down, just change something. So yeah, my beginner's tip for today. And, schedule-wise, we've got fixtures coming up we should be winning. Aston Villa, Watford. Oh, and then we have Brentford again. So I'm going to go back to... Shall I play the Brazilian? Shall I play just for giggles? Or shall I stay with the Shapeshifter, the 4-1-2-2-1, or the Brazilian? How many hours do I have on FM23? Gosh, like thousands, blob. I've been playing since 2011. So I guess I've got thousands of hours playing this game, being frustrated by this game. It's a tough one, that. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm going to rest the squad. I think we have... I would say thousands, blob. I do remember back when I first started, I didn't know what on earth I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. Sometimes I feel like I still don't have any idea what I'm doing. The Norwich video tomorrow is very interesting because at the end, I couldn't stop laughing. The game just went insane and I just didn't know what to do. It just went insane in that episode and I had no idea what to do. It was like the funniest thing and I could not stop laughing at the end of the game. And I'm getting distracted now from what I need to do. So I need to rest these boys plus Amadozic and just rest them for one day. We'll give them a chance to recover. Yeah, Blob, I sometimes wonder, does anybody know what they're doing? And sometimes the best thing to do, just let the game do its own thing. When it gets in that mood, just let it do its own thing. Aston Villa. They don't look very good to me. But then neither do we. It's not saying they don't have any pace. It's just saying that it's not a strength, but it's neither a weakness. They're not very brave. So it suggests to me that we could disrupt them and get stuck into them. It does suggest that to me. I think we'll go with the Brazilian tactic for a change. Just for giggles. Because we've done so well. And it is interesting that we changed... this Zealand skin has got glitches. That we changed it. It didn't work and then we recovered. It's kind of like, is it time for a change now? We had a warning here, possibly. The 4-1-2-2-1 isn't working anymore. I'm going to go and change it. Why not? But we are into the next round of the Caribou Cup. What a team. What a manager. What a penalty selector. Penalties. Dreaded. The game does come down in favour of you in terms of penalties. You do win more penalty shootouts than you lose. Oh, look at him. Victor Roque. 5-star potential. Decent enough player, but not brilliant. I wouldn't say he's 5-star potential. He's a good player. So immediately my eyes are drawn to this here. He's a good player. Forget about his star rating. He's a good player. His mentals are very, very good. So immediately I get drawn to that. He can pass as well. He's got brilliant technique, great first touch, dribbling, crossing. For 13.5, how much money have I got? 3 million. But he is a very, very good player. Is he on my shortlist? Yeah. Very, very good player. Most of we all find. Yeah, it does. Does the game just say, okay, you're not going to be successful anymore? And is that the first puzzle that it gives you? When you start losing games, you'll get like the fans will be saying, not sure this tactic is working, and that'll come up in social media, and then the press will start criticizing you for not altering the team shape. It does give you clues, and I think that is just part of the game. It's a puzzle that you have to solve. But as long as you've got 3 systems, and I've got 3 here, that they're they're familiar with all of them. We can just change from one to another now. They're not unfamiliar with any of them. And so it is just a case of change from one to the other. Yeah, that I still think that for 1221 Vince is just like the best one I've ever come up with. I've made a couple that are good over the years, but I think that one is without a shadow of the doubt the best one I've ever come up with. It's my go-to tactic. If I start a new save, that is what I'll use. Leonardo is the young player of the month. Maswega has won the goal of the month. What was that goal then? Curling shot from 22 metres. Do I remember this one? Or was this when the... this was when the assistant manager was managing. Curling shot from 22 metres. Oh, looks pretty useful. Oh, I say, that was pretty good, yeah. Deserved goal of the month for Maswega. Second in the manager of the month. But that would be down to my assistant manager. And then, we got the draw for the Caribou Cup. Please change this format. I don't like it. I really don't like it. And let's go to the end. It's only the Caribou Cup. It doesn't need a big fuss. Who did we get? Oh, Leicester. That's an interesting draw. And we're at home. Interesting. And when's that going to be played? We don't know yet. It hasn't been scheduled. Yeah, Blob, that is the time that the game is telling you, change it. And that's why most of the pundits will say you should have 3 tactics. And they should be familiar with all of them. And if they're familiar with all of them, you can just switch from one to the other, as I had to do in that Brentford game. And once I switched, the game looked completely different. I don't think there is a sweeper in today's game. The nearest you'll come is a Librero. But I did have a sweeper when the game did have a sweeper way back when. I think they took the sweeper out 2019, if I'm not mistaken. The sweeper was gone when the new roles like Librero came in. I think that's when they took them out. Can't remember that far back. My memory's rubbish. But at the moment, we're on a winning streak. But that was a bit dodgy, that game. It is the game telling me change something. So we'll change something. And we'll go to the Brazilian style this time. If it doesn't work, we can always go back to the 4-1-2-2-1. Yeah, get them up to speed with all the tactics. And the reason that they're up to speed is because I think 2 of them I've been using for 2 seasons now, and just switching between the 2 of them. I introduced the shapeshifter this season, and that we'll do that after Christmas if we're safe. We'll have a look at keep developing that. And I think because they're switching between tactics, they're just becoming more and more familiar with each one. So once they're familiar with them, you can just ask them to switch to any tactic then. Yes, this familiarity is what counts. And if we're looking at this one, they're not that familiar with the position, roles and duties, and but the rest of it they play pretty well. I don't know if I want to change the team, but he says I should change the team, and he's probably right. I would probably just play my first team all the time, not rotate. He's probably right. We should be looking to rotate for this game. Nathan can come in and have a game. Kirkin needs to start, otherwise he's not going to get fit. Amadozic needs to come back in. We'll start Gabia and Amadozic. I'm going to put one of these on cover. Or shall I play Jamal Lewis? I don't know. It's decisions. Costinha is fit. And then has to be Gregera and Danilo in midfield. Could play Maswega. Could we? Yeah, we could play Maswega. And difficult decisions. Cherlanov probably can come in for Asprilla, and we'll put Asprilla up top. That's the team I want, mister. And that's how I'm going to go. Yeah, to Blob, it's very, very interesting, isn't it, how I do think it's just a level of difficulty. I think this game is just levels of difficulty, and that's why I don't see it as a simulation. I see it as a puzzle. It's a series of puzzles, and the further you get into the future, the harder it is, because what's going on in 2046 with Norwich is beyond my comprehension. It's just got so hard, even to the point where I'm not allowed to scout anymore. So yeah, I think it's a game of levels and not a simulation. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, Therese Campbell. Who was asking about Therese Campbell? He's on loan and doing rubbish as he was at Burnley. So Twine, where is Twine? Oh, he's at Red Bull, and we could get 1.5 million for him soon, which would be handy before the transfer window. Take us up to 5 mil, which would be rather nice. I think season 3 is when I should be asking the board for more money. So as we come towards December, might be a good idea to ask them for more money. We have dropped down a bit because the teams around us have won. Liverpool beat City, did they? Man United at top. That's unusual, because the game has addressed this Man U favouritism and has not favoured them over the last 2 versions. Man United. Oh, Liverpool have gone top, have they? No, Man United are top. I don't know. I'm rambling on here. Let's go and play this game against Aston Villa. Let's go and kick some balls here. Kirkin's still not fit. Yeah, Twine looks like he's a good player on paper. His attributes look very, very good. He just never performed. Just never performed. He's going to say attacking. He's going to have a fit. And I'm happy with the team I've got. We'll let him do the opposition instructions today. We're just going to go out there, do our best. We're not supposed to win this, so we're just going to go for it. Kirkin is not fit, but I need to get him to fitness, so we're going to play him and see how long he lasts. And yeah, the media are giving you a lot of credit, boys. Go out there, make a difference, score some goals. I know you can do this. It's Brazilian time. Let's go and play like Brazil. And we've made the better start, which is good to see. But nothing really much is happening. Where are Villa in the table? They might be down the bottom somewhere. They're in 14th. We are now up to 7th. Coming up to 20 minutes, not a single shot has been attempted from either team. I'm not quite sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's a bad thing from our perspective. We're attacking. Would he string you along? Nice one, Andy. Oh dear. The kind of player that if you give him enough rope, he'll hang himself. Oh, Villa have scored. So maybe we're in a situation here, unless we rescue this soon, where we're going to have to change again. But I think the game is addressing that we should not be doing this well. But to be quite frank, I'd rather just get through this season now. I'm not going to do anything more with Burnley after this season. And I do need to give these boys a shout. This is not good enough. I left this to my assistant, and he can't win these games now that I'm in charge. When he's on his own, he just won them easily. We've been the better team in actual fact. All the possession, more chances. And it's that old story of can't take your chances. What was Amnadozic doing? Being dozy. Churling off with a curler? Nah, that's not going to happen. These boys are going to get a throttling at half-time. We've been the better team again. You've been terrible. Absolutely terrible. Leonardo 6.5 again. What is the matter with him? What is the matter with him? We're down now to 8th. Ooh, it doesn't matter. We're not supposed to win the title. Penalty? Goal? Yeah, goal. Must be time to change something then. So we'll go and change something. I know, we'll go to the shapeshifter. We'll go and play the shapeshifter. Some of these players can come off. 6.4 for Larson. Good, Bennett. 6.6. Larson. Kang In Lee. Leonardo. He can go up top. Ashbria can't play there. Yeah, he can actually. Let's go and try the shapeshifter. I was expecting this. The game gave me 3 games win in a row. I was expecting this to happen. But we'll see if a change of plan can actually upset Villa this time. Or whether or not. I mean, the shapeshifter looks good to me, but I don't think Burnley have got the players who can play it. They're not intelligent enough. Oh, are we back in the game again? Or is that looked offside to me? That looked offside to me. Hey, Sugar Man, how you doing, mate? It really did look... Yeah, it was offside. But there again, change something and suddenly we looked like a different team completely. Oh, marginal, but he was offside. So we have to shout at them, demand more, they're not good enough. No, we're not going to score today. We're not going to score today. I mean, I have to remember that I've gone full circle with this Burnley team, and if we go and have a look at the comparison after, we'll see that we are the worst finishers in the league again, which is exactly where we started. I don't know how I've managed to build a team that's become the worst finishers again. I don't know how I've managed that. But we're going to get tanked here. Villa are just like a street ahead of us in class. Although they're below us in the table. I never understand this, why I can't win against teams below me. And then I go and beat Liverpool and Manchester City. I can't understand that. But it is what it is. Maybe because I'm a motivator as a manager. When we play the big teams, they get psyched up. Oh, Leonardo, that was absolutely dreadful. But he's still got a chance and he still can't put it in. What was that about? Let's make some changes. Like I said, we're not going to score today. And Maswega is tired, bless him. Bless his cotton socks. So we'll bring Makuta on. Leonardo is an absolute shambles. So let's put Bellegarde on. How do you get... Gobby, how do you get Leonardo to play well? I can't do it. He's supposed to be like this world-class forward. Muric 6.6 again. Kirkin 6.5. God blimey. We'll leave it at that for now. But it's interesting, make another tactical change. We look like a completely different team again. It's really, really weird. Now we've actually dominated the game since we changed. Villa have not really been in it. 64% possession. It's not looking good though, is it? Let's demand more. Three 0. Oh, that was a dreadful shot. I thought for a minute that was Burnley. I don't like losing, and this game gets me so wound up when it kind of like the way I lose. I don't mind being absolutely battered and losing, but I just tend to dominate games and lose all the time. What is that about? It could be the players around him. He just can't score though. I don't think that the players that I have here are bad players. I just think they're in a bad run of form. And you see the chances we are creating with 4 in the 6-yard box then, and not one of them could put his foot on it. Not one of them. I mean, this shapeshifter does get players going forward. There's like 6 in the box. But not one of them could get their foot on it. And it was a brilliant cross. Well, that was never going to go in, was it? So, okay, game, you've got your way. You've got your way now. Stop being so silly, okay? I've let you in now. You can put your toys back in your pram now. And everything will be okay. So, just relax again. Cherlinoff injured. Lovely. I told you, game, to relax. But you're not going to, are you? We'll just put Danilo on there for 2 minutes. Like, you're not going to relax, are you? Okay, you can make me bottom of the league. Does that make you feel better? Does that make you feel better? I'm far from pleased. Once again, the better team lost on the day. We're in 8th, though. Hey-ho, we can't complain. Let's get through this. Oh, 6 weeks as well. Nice. I don't know. Are this team getting off on my anger? Because every time I tell them off, they're now like reporting it to the press. Oh, you gave us a right ticking off. They're not having a rest. They've got to get their act together. They're not having a rest. Get into training. Get on with it. Yeah, I know, mate. I just thought about that actually. Good point, Andrew. Just play a right back on the left wing. That confuses them. I do have a surplus of right backs at the moment and not enough left wingers. It's a good point, yeah. Play him as an inside forward on the right wing. See, like Watford at 20th. I'm going to lose this. Absolutely will lose that game. I'm calling it now. That is a game I will lose. They're in 20th. So I am not. So I'm going to go back to the 4-1-2-2-1 for this one. We'll call it now. I'll call it 1-0 to Watford. Yeah, let's don't upset Gobby. Don't pinch his ideas. I'm not quite sure you deliberately did that though, Gobby. Did you? For sure, 100%. It's like looking at your face when you were trying to figure out. Wasn't he? Didn't I just buy him? He was a left winger when I bought him. Just looking at your face when you were trying to figure it out. The game's changed him from a left winger into a right back. The game just confused you with the same name. Ah, boy, that was funny. That was very funny. 20th. Okay, guys. Prediction. I'm saying we will lose to Watford. I'm going to use his suggested team. We will lose to Watford. They are 20th in the league. I will never in a million years win these games. So I'm going to call it 1-0 to Watford. Team in 20th. I've got no chance. Absolutely no chance. I will be shocked if the game lets me win this one. Expectations are for a win. You think 1-1? Certainly won't be winning it. Gobby, I love an optimist. And the thing is, I've only got Leonardo who can play up top at the moment because Mussa's injured. So I can't even rotate up top. Positive to balanced. He doesn't think this is a very good team. My assistant manager thinks they're poor. I think they're okay. I think they're quite a good team. Now we're going to press them high up. We're going to go for them. Go for the jugular. I actually don't need to step up more though now. Yeah, that'll do. Let's go for the jugular. I don't want to do anything too silly. Look at this. Well, if that's his instructions, I'll go along with that. He did better than me in the he's done better than me, that's for sure. Is the team okay? The bench okay? No. He can't pick a bench to save his life. Costinha. He's got 2 left backs on the bench for a start. McNally. Makuta. So we can use Masuega. Devlin. Larson. Makuta. Bellegarde. Instead of Raman. That's better. Gabbia instead of McNally. There's it's one of the failings of an assistant manager. He's unable to select a bench. It's the most weird thing. Let's go with whatever he says. He's a better manager than me, so we go with whatever he says, except I'm not going to play cautiously against Watford. It's like throwing in the towel. 5-1. Are you absolutely out of your mind? You're absolutely gone. You're crazier than the game, Vince. 5-1. Pessimism in FM is the only way to stay sane. It's absolutely the only way to stay sane. If you expect too much, you ain't gonna get it. It'll just drive you around the bend. But we are looking like we're doing okay at the moment. We're creating chances. Oh, we are a goal up. It's Leonardo. And see, my assistant manager is a better manager than I am. I just let him go with it. So we're a goal up. But Nathan's coming on nicely. He was a signing I made for as a full-back originally. If in doubt, return to the 4-1-2-2-1. Why weren't you doing that in the last game? Ooh, it was a highlight right from the kickoff. We don't like these very much. Turn it over, boys. Turn the ball over. Come on. Yeah, Muric claims that, and now we can get up the pitch. Don't do anything daft at the back, though. Wasn't a bad finish, Gobby, was it? Leonardo's through again. Oh, just past the post. Good save. The funny thing is, do these boys look like they are being forced back to you? It seems like there's a lot of space they're running into. Like they're having to take shots from outside the box. Looks a bit odd to me. Let me just check. We are playing with the higher lines. I want to go into, just briefly, I'm going to go into 2D. Just have a look at what is going on. Because it looks to me like we are running into this space here. We do have another chance, though, over the bar. What is going on? Why do we look so far down the field? It's not like it's a huge pitch here at Watford. Cool, we are giving them a hiding at the moment. But come on, let's have a proper highlight so I can not a set piece, so I can have a look at what's going on. Oh, another set piece. Goals from throw-ins were the theme earlier in FM. Still can't put it away. Finishing is terrible. But can we have a highlight that's not a set piece, please? I want to have a look how we're shaped. And is the passing perhaps a little bit too... Cool, we're absolutely hammering them. Right, that's better. Okay. Our lines, it's a small pitch. That's the problem. Our lines are very close together. There should be about 12 meters between the lines, but there are like 5-6 meters between the lines, which is really strange. This is a small pitch, isn't it? God, how many chances are we going to get here? That's the problem I'm seeing. It's a small pitch. See, the gap between the lines it's small, and that's why we're running into this space, and there's too far to go. There's way too much space behind their back line, which we can't run into. We don't have the pace to run into it. There's the space again, but this time we've broken it. And we've scored, and it is Lee. And it is two. Who said 5-1? Because I agreed. I thought we'd win 5-1. I remember saying, I think we've got this 5-1. I think, was it Vince who said 5-1? But that is a problem. It is an issue. It might look like we're doing well, but it's an issue because we're not using that space properly. And that was puzzling me all the half. They are pushing way up on us, causing us to sit back. And that's what could happen. So I'm wondering... Lies? No, I did. I said 5-1 right at the beginning, I remember. Oh, hit the bar. No, I do remember saying I agree with Vince 5-1, yep. So I think it might be, we might need to go to a low block. Because we are not exploiting that space. I don't know. I actually don't know. Should I go to a low block, which will make it easier for us to defend our spaces in between our lines? Just keep it going. If they score, I might get worried. But at the moment, we are just so in control of the game. We've pretty much blown them away in the first half. Come on, Espria, you haven't done anything for a while. Cool, look at the Watford defence. It's terrible. And it's about as bad as the Burnley attack. There is space. They're pushing out their defence. Set pieces are terrible. Offside. I don't think I should panic because they're not in the game at all. But if they score, I'm going to go to a low block straight away. Time to make some changes. Amadozic is absolutely exhausted. Poor thing. Devlin can come on for Grugera. Aspria is tired. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Larson can come on there then. And Connor Roberts is not playing very well. Nathan, he is a little tired. Oh, I don't really have anybody I can bring on for him. Lee could come back down here. And Bellegarde can come up here. That looks good. We're in 6th in the Premier League. How did that happen? But at last, with a game that we've actually dominated, for a change it looks like we're going to win it. See, there's that space again that we can't, somehow we're not able to exploit that. So why is that? I do think it needs a low block. And there's the goal. I knew this was coming. I did say that, didn't I? So I'm going to go into a low block. And now we should be able to use that space a little bit better. And this game is far from over. I mean, that was just appalling. Hopefully, going into the low block now, that will solve the problem. Let's go back into 2D and see if we've solved the problem. That's us, isn't it? Yeah, we've got a corner. Set piece routines have been terrible. That's it. Keep parked up here. I'll take 2-1, but I won't be too happy with the second half performance. So this will tell me if it's how it's looking. Now see how much better that is. But Leonardo can't put it away. But can you guys see how we were able to much better use that space in behind them? And now the low block should prevent them from... that's all it was. Now we have... Our lines are much closer together. Our players are much closer together. We're using this space a lot better now. Except for Leonardo can't score still. Yeah, that looks so much better to me now. I did see it early on, just didn't act on it. But caught it in time. Well done, boys. We should now see this through unless FM is really going to upset me. Because with the low block, we should be closing down any space that they've got in front of our penalty area now. But now we should be able to use this stuff up front. And look, yeah, this is much better. Lee is into the box. Oh, what a manager. What a manager. What a spot that was. Come on, guys. What a spot that was. Now, look at how we're able to use the space, and we're forcing them back now as well. Hey, James, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. In fact, I saw you last night, didn't I, in Gobby's stream? Good to see you, James. How's your day been? How was your bank holiday yesterday? Oh, guys, how has the stream been for you tonight? Has it been okay? No internet issues? I'm getting excellent all the way through here. I tell you what, though, that was a good spot. We were just not using that space behind them properly. And I just felt a low block would mean that here it is again. We're in again. They're all over the place now. They can't deal with the low block. Stream's been good. Oh, I'm happy that the stream is working out at the moment. The internet's better here. So hopefully, touch wood, it will remain so. Well, that was a good result in the end. Well done, lads. You mentioned something, Gobby, last night about the low block. You can't get the low block to work for you. Did you say that last night? Or was I dreaming it? I can't remember. The low block is extremely good in FM23, I think. Any of you guys use the low block? I use it quite a lot. I find against better teams, or in situations like that, the low block is very effective. Well, we won in the League Cup, James. We won in the League Cup against Brentford on penalties, and then we had the shocker 2-0 defeat against Aston Villa, and now we've beaten Watford 3-1, and now we have to play Brentford again in the league. I think Brentford will beat us this time, but I'm well known for my optimism. I think. We differ. Oh, shut up. He's downcast. Well, you might have to be sold. If that's the way you're going to react to praise, you might have to be sold. Oh, it's not recent. I don't want to praise recent form. Gregera. Oi, get on with it. Yeah, well, that's a good point, Gobby. That's a very good point. Yeah, but Villa are struggling down the bottom, James. It's like, again, teams down the bottom. Nathan apparently had a very good game. And, yeah, he's 2 assists. The quality of your chances. Now, when's the next game? Zealand, fix this fixture list. Oh, I thought for a minute it was going to be the day after. But actually it's international break now. So while I'm clicking this button, we can talk about FM stuff. So how many people are actually looking forward to FM24? How many of you are thinking, it's going to be good, can't wait to get my hands on FM24? Come on, be honest. Oh, Therese Campbell has a broken ankle. Well, that's a shame. Oh, you have to send him to a specialist. Be nice. Anybody looking forward to FM24? Or as the... Vince, you use the low block to kill off games. Interestingly, I use the low block to attack. It's kind of interesting. Okay, that's a good point. So that's a good point. Because I should do that. I should try a save in the MLS. So they only play the one league. Sunderland, the team I support, have a lot of good young players come through. Well, James, yeah, that's a good reason to be excited by it. I might do a Sunderland mini save after I finish with Burnley this season. I might do a Sunderland rebuild. I know there's a lot of northeastern boys. I've only just got after playing after, so keep it. To be honest with you, if I wasn't doing YouTube, Andrew, I probably would not buy it this year myself. Because I'm doing YouTube, of course I have to buy it. But everybody's waiting for 25. 25 is the big one. And of course I'll be very excited when 25 comes out. I just think that 24 will be another excuse for not doing much on it. And it will I think, Leeds 0, Nottingham Forest 7. What's that about? We're in 7th. We're in a European spot, lads. We are on course for a European place. I need to have a look at that. That doesn't look very good. Oh, actually, it's okay. It's good. It's all good. Lots of fitness work. I'm hoping to get a video up this weekend as well. I've had a lot of people asking for my thoughts on training. So I'm hoping to do a training for all levels guide this weekend, hopefully. Although this is supposed to be under the bonnet, and I'm not really doing the training. What I'm doing is just guiding him, and he can do the rest. Which is one of the ways you can deal with training. Baba Rahman's out. With so many players now getting injured again. Jack Rodwell till I die. So Andrew, you're probably going to wait until FM25, I guess, with the new game engine. So they promised. Does anybody know any games that this Unity have put together? Because I've tried to find games they've put together and I can't find any. Certainly not sports games. Oh, I don't like going through these things. Showing no improvement, then no point. And I don't like those as traits. Never do those. Larson, Makuta, Larson, Costinha. He wants to go in and change the... He did that with me not so long ago. So, okay, whatever. He'll do it again. He keeps changing his mind on this. So, okay, whatever. We'll just do it again. As long as I get my 3 players back at set pieces, I don't mind what you do. I don't know why he keeps changing them. It seems really odd. He's not good enough, he's not good enough, he's better than him. Okay, we'll do it your way. Do you guys ever listen to your assistant manager as well? I wonder why I listen to mine so much. He's just a pain most of the time. If you do Sunderland, same transfer list Abdullah Bar. Well, okay, James, we'll certainly do that. He's good in FM, is he? But you want me to fire one of the best players in the team? Okay, we can do that. We don't need Bar. Up Gregara's price. Yeah, I'm all for that. Yeah, I'm all for that as well. So we're making good time tonight. But the international break has just slowed us down a little bit. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. There's nothing to process. Let's keep going. Who is he? Polish boy. I like him. 7 to 10 million. Play as a DM. Play as a left back. I like him. Nice anchor. He's got to go on the... he's already on the short list. So these are just players, they're continually scouting them. Sunny pickup could become better. I don't think so. I don't think so. Sweeney could, though. But I don't generally develop centre-backs. I'm very scared of playing young centre-backs because they're going to make errors. I generally tend... Young players, for me, they tend to be forwards. How delighted were you to see us? I was glued to the TV. Start your goalkeeper in midfield. Sounds like a gobby gaffer type of manoeuvre, that one. Start your right back on the left wing and put your goalkeeper in midfield. Sounds like, yeah, that sounds like a gobby gaffer type tactic, that one. Your face, Goppy, was so funny. Mine just wants me to change the team. I like to be a bit more consistent, but I am just going with pretty much what the assistant is doing here. And I'm letting him get on with it, basically. I want to get to the end of this and do something different now. And I think that we could qualify in a European spot here. I think it is possible. Stop giving the secrets away. Oh, you got to admit, it's absolutely fabulous bit of tactical genius. You've got to admit. Probably got 7. Yeah, the fullback got 6.9, didn't he? It was awesome. An absolutely fabulous game. He's one of the better players on the pitch. I commented on that about 10 minutes before the end. He's got a 6.9. Yes, exactly, Andrew. What you broadcast on YouTube, you're absolutely responsible for. Like what happened to me last week. I can blame nobody but myself. So what do I do against Brentford now? I'm going to go with the 4-1-2-2-1. I just think Brentford were lucky last time. No, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna... we're gonna do a little bit of technical training. We'll do it that way. Technically, they haven't been particularly good, so let's do some technical training. And lump it, boys. Yeah, and like what I should do actually is save here. I'm going to save it here because I don't want to have a crash like what happened last week and then have to go through it all again. So we just saved that now. So I need to learn from that, Gobby, and save. What do we do against? Should I stay in the 4-1-2-2-1 or just start with the Brazilian this time? They didn't like the Brazilian, did they? They might not like the shapeshifter either. But they seem to do okay against the 4-1-2-2-1. I want to see if the shapeshifter is working. I'm curious. That's how we started this season. We were going to like just do the shapeshifter, but it wasn't working at the time. I wonder, are this team better now and able to handle it? Ooh, who is he? João Pedro. I think we're getting there. We're getting to... Lee is injured as well. That's fantastic. I don't think I've got a winger, have I? Don't think I've got a winger now. Lee is injured. Who am I going to play there? Asprilla can come in there. And Larson can go out there. 2 days, he can probably sit on the bench. Musa resumes training. Well, he's not going to be fit for this game. Gabia, Jamal Lewis, Masuega, Bellegarde. No, I want Asprilla in there at the moment. Bellegarde will be a good midfield substitution. Gabia, Jamal Lewis. I'll accept that. I'm bringing... But I don't want to drop Amadozic. He's still the best player. Where's Gabia? Jamal Lewis. Where's Jamal Lewis? Where is Jamal Lewis? Ah, there he is. Gregera. I think I'm going to play Masuega. This is a bit of a nuisance, this one. Bellegarde can come in there. This is a league game, isn't it? And Phillips for Raman. Musa, not quite fit enough yet. He's only just got back to training. What was that message that you retracted there, Andrew? What was that about? When that happens, I get really curious. Connor Roberts is out injured now. Radu is injured as well. Well, let's injure everybody, shall we? 5 out injured now. Let's injure everybody. That's a good idea. Bet Brentford have got a clean bill of health. I have actually done some research on other teams' injuries, especially the bigger teams, and they do get injuries, but they very seldom have their injuries when they're playing you. I don't know how the game organizes that, but if you research it, whenever a team is playing against you, they generally only have one out or a clean bill of health. So I don't know how the game manages that. Oh, I see, Andrew. That's what that was about, was it? No, that's Gobby's. That's Gobby's trademark. That is, can't steal ideas. Burnley physios. I'm gonna have to give them a pay rise. I think they're gonna be working hard over the next few weeks. Let's injure the whole of the Burnley team. He's doing so well, so we'll make it harder. Of course, why not? Connor Roberts is fit. He's not fit. Musa can play for 45 minutes. So let's put Musa on the bench. Should Leonardo... Look at all this yellow stuff. So let's sort this bench out. We don't need McNally and Phillips. And we need Kirkin instead of Makuta instead of McNally, Devlin, Bellegarde, and Musa. That'll do it. Kang In Lee instead of Danilo. Look at these injuries, it's terrible. So what should I do in terms of tactics? Go to the Brazilian style or stick with the 4-1-2-2-1? The Brazilian style Brentford didn't like last time. Let's go with the 4-1-2-2-1 and then change if necessary. Regroup. Because he wants to play cautious. I don't want to regroup and play cautious. We beat them last time, except... Watch this. Look at this. Gonna get a red card soon. I think we should just go out. Play Radu. Oh, of course Radu's injured. I don't have another goalkeeper. So that's okay. Go out there and impress me for a change. I'm expecting to see a solid defence. Expecting to see quality finishing out there today. Oh, what's the score going to be? I think 1-0 Brentford. I think Brentford like this 4-1-2-2-1. They play well against this shape. And it is Brentford straight off the bat, isn't it? So typical, this. But Brentford don't know that I'm going to change it in a minute. Yeah, they're beating us again easy. So we'll change it. And this time I'm going to go... Nope, not there. I'm going to go to the shapeshifter. We're going to go to the shapeshifter. I'm going to have a look at how the shapeshifter performs. Who's that? So I'm going to have a quick look at how this shapeshifter performs, if you guys don't mind. We'll see if they are working properly. If we can have some highlights here. It's been all Brentford. I expected this. I can't win 2 games on the row. That's a nice pass. Leonardo's in acres of space, but he couldn't do anything with it. That centre back has got plenty of pace, hasn't he? Isn't it interesting how when you make a change, you've suddenly become the better team? Isn't it really weird? Brentford like that 4-1-2-2-1. Oh, Tony outside the box. Got to close him down. So come on, let's... Oh, I want to see some highlights. So that's... Where's the fullback? Get going. Get going. Should be going. We have the 3 at the back. It's still working. And we should be getting more players up. We've got loads of players up in attack now. The shapeshifter's a good idea. It's actually, I just don't think Burnley have got the players who can play it. It's just such a shame. It probably needs a team like Liverpool or Manchester City. I got one player playing out of position, have I? Who is that? It's Nathan. Ah, yeah, he's a winger, isn't he? There's not much I can do about that except for take him off. It's an oversight. Can he play in midfield? Nah. It's an oversight on my part. It says a Gobby Gaffer moment, this one. He can't play up there, can he? That's an oversight on my part, knowing that I probably would have to change the system. But we'll see how it goes. Now, they've never really taken to this, but defensively they're looking okay. The shape is good defensively. I'd like to see a stronger attacking with them. But at the moment we're getting hammered. Leonardo helping out in defence. That's not good. That is not counter-attacking at all. Four at the back looks okay. But they're just breaking the lines. Well done. Better, but that was a poor pass. That was a really poor pass. It's got to be quicker counter-attack. They're just not good enough to play this system, which is unfortunate. Counter-attack has to be quicker. But then that's not working either, so I think we need to go with the... I think we need to go with the Brazilian. Because this one isn't working either. Unless Brentford are such a good team that we can't get anywhere near them. With however we play. But Brentford don't look good in terms of... Let's go to Brazil. Switch it around again. The shapeshifter doesn't work with Burnley. It's a shame. But is the game going to let me lose twice quickly to Brentford? I wonder. I don't think the game likes doing that very much, especially in your early years. You usually win one of them and lose one of them. This is still the shapeshifter, isn't it? We haven't switched over yet. That's a good ball. Oh, Nathan. Penalty, referee. Penalty. Yeah, Nathan is in the wrong position, isn't he? But he's doing all right. This is he's a 6.6. He's doing all right. He's doing better than some of them. Leonardo's at a 6.5, so he's doing better than Leonardo. Come on, boys, come on. We can do better than this. I don't know what it is. We're defending okay. Defending quite well. Am I still in? Yeah, I need to come to key highlights now. But it's all Brentford. How am I going to sort Brentford out? What is the secret to sorting Brentford out? There's nothing wrong with our lines. Our lines are working just fine. I just can't figure them out. I just can't figure them out. Anybody know how to beat Brentford? Oh, we're just getting in each other's way. Doesn't look pretty at all. I might have to... yeah, good point, James. I might have to just defend in the second half. Because we're getting beaten again. Oh, look at that. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible at the moment. Good tackle, Laswega. Is he going? What's going on here? What's he given? There's nothing wrong with that tackle. The ball went out into touch. It's a penalty. It was miles outside the penalty area. What on earth was that about? Okay, I think it's second half. We're going into a low block. We're going to defend for our very lives. Just try and catch them on the counter. In fact, we might as well do that now while they're taking the corner. So I'm going to go back to... and we're going to defend for our very lives. We'll come back into a low block. We'll have a high line. We will... Oi! Oi! We're going to shut down. Keep hold of the ball. Just try and stop them having the ball and frustrate them. That's all I can think of, unless you guys can think of anything else, can you? I'll have to take Nathan off because he's in the wrong position. Oh, he's in the right position now, isn't he? So Leonardo can come up there. Let's give Musa a game. Let's see if that's what the secret to this is. Let's bring Musa on. What else? That's enough for now. Go to the opposition and then we will... He just wants me to tackle Amada. You weren't that bad, but you can still do better. Come on, Leonardo. It's Musa now, isn't it? Musa. Floodlight failure. Yeah, could be. That's the way to do it. I'm struggling against Brentford. I'm just going to defend now in the low block. Try to keep them off the ball. Frustrate them. Oh, come on. What a manager, huh? Why are you checking that? It's a perfectly good goal. What was he checking that for? Nothing wrong with that. Brilliant header. Why is Amadozic on a yellow card? Oh, I can see it there. Oh, what a decision. How do I come up with this? I don't know. I have no idea. I want to tell him to ease off the tackles. I don't want him sent off. And also Gabia. I don't like telling both centre-backs to ease off, but time to make some changes. What a change of style. Just slow it down. I can't figure it out, so I'll just slow it down and see what happens. And Amadosic is tired as well as on a yellow card. Asprey, Bellegarde can come on for him. Who else is tired? We'll leave it until somebody gets tired. Set piece and FMing people. That was just like, I think that was a pretty good decision that I made. I thought the only way that we were going to win this game was to frustrate them. But they are coming back into the game now. But if we can keep frustrating them, they're not the greatest attacking team in the world, so just keep frustrating them. Anybody tired? Yeah, Jamal Lewis is tired. Bless him. So we'll substitute him for Kirkin. Perfect. See this game out now, boys. Just frustrate them, hold the ball. So all we need to do, we've got good possession numbers. We're attacking nicely. We kept it at a positive approach, and we are 2-0 up. Nathan Phillips. And yes, that's how you do that. That's how you beat Brentford. The only thing I could think of, frustrate them. Keep them away from the ball. And it's worked. Absolutely brilliant. Set piece, Phillips, I'll take that one. Absolutely brilliant. We did do a little bit of set piece training in that previous week, as I recall, didn't we? In the training. I think we just about deserved that. Again, it's the changes that you make. Wasn't looking good in the first half. Just make those changes, boys. It doesn't matter what they are. And I don't know why I decided that. I just decided, just frustrate them. Try and frustrate them. Hold the ball. And it worked. I'm kind of shocked that it did work, but we tried lots of different things in that game. So we are now in 6th. That's pretty good. We are still on course for a European place. That is pretty good. Chelsea next. Liverpool, Man United, Tottenham. Oh boy. Next time is going to be a really tough time. And I don't know if we're going to get much out of those 4 games. 5, 6 games. 7 games. We have Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Tottenham, Arsenal and Man City in the next 7 games. That's a tall order. I think we might be using the low block disruptor for those. I might as well get those ready now. We might as well go and get that ready now. And basically what we're going to do is slow everything down as slow as it can get. We might even go narrow. We'll dribble less, be more disciplined. Come off the counter press, hold our shape, slow it down. Come back into a low block, higher line. Don't need to step up more. Don't need to prevent short goalkeeper distribution. And that's going to be what we're going to be playing. Frustrating teams now. Yeah, I've got this team, this Burnley team. I like, it's not a save that is inspiring me towards FM. Maybe it is because it's Burnley, but you've got to admit, despite my moans and groans, we're 6th in the Premier League. We have 25 points from 14 games. We're only 9 points behind the leaders. Come on, that's probably not bad. We got promoted. We won 15, I think, of our games when we stayed up. We finished in 12th. I think that was pretty good. And now we're in 6th. I think we're doing all right. I think we're doing all right. The next 4 games are going to be big games, which is why I'm going to go into that style. We're just going to try and frustrate teams now. See what we can get. Yeah, much better than real life, Andy. Much better. But I think it's gone quite well this season. In all fairness, I wasn't really expecting to be in 6th. And in fact, today we've lost just that one game in 4. Beating Brentford was a very good performance. That was a very good result. I'm quite pleased with that result. Yeah, I think so, James. I think so. So with that, I'm going to call it a day for tonight, boys. I hope you've had a good time. I know I've had a good time. And thanks for coming along, supporting the channel, all that sort of stuff. And it's always good to see you all. Always good to talk to you. And I wonder at the end of the Norwich save whether... night, Blob. I didn't see you there. I wonder at the end of the Norwich save if I will just up doing more live streams, doing some more crazy stuff. We'll find some crazy stuff to do in the live stream. Gobby said in his video today that he thinks people are kind of like they've got a little bit of a dead period with FM now. So maybe it's time to spice it up a little bit, do something funnier and to not take it too seriously. So we'll think about what we're going to do in the future. So thanks everyone for giving me such a good time tonight. Thanks Gobby, thanks Andy, thanks Blob, thanks James. Good to see you all, guys, as always. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one. It's not going to be so easy in the next one. Thanks, guys. Enjoyed myself.